Hello, Taurus. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Cassandra. I'm the witch, the spiritualist, the founder and creator of Magic of Eden. I am also a published author, writer, and poet here to bond, share love, light, wisdom, and good vibes with you all. So if you are returning, hey family, welcome back. I'm always happy and pleasured to be in your presence, of course. So the first thing that I want to do is start off with a quick prayer. Thank you so much, Divine, for allowing us to share space today. Thank you so much for allowing those who embody Taurus energy and or those who resonate deeply with Taurus energy to come and receive the messages that they may need to help carry them on through their life. I set the intention that this message is timeless and that they receive what is relevant to them and that they leave what is not. Thank you so much for allowing us to come together, fellowship, and share space in safe matters. I set the intention that the ones listening to this message right now are safe, highly favored, secure, warm, and just cared for in the ways that they need. Asheo. Okay, Taurus. So I want to go ahead and get started with you guys. And I'm going to be honest with you. Shuffling for you was a little bit... It's not normal for me to feel this way. I will admit the fact that I felt lots of confusion. And one of the words that came through for you guys was ambiguity. And what came after that was confusion. And what came after that was open-mindedness. And as I'm saying that, I'm also hearing the word stoic. There's a lot going on with this energy right now. There's a lot going on with this energy right now. And I'm going to be honest with you. The word that caught me the most was ambiguity. So ambiguity is pretty much just like not having a clear idea on what something is or something being open to interpretation. And there's just so many ways that you can look or think about this thing, but not exactly being sure as to exactly what it is, right? So I know that ambiguity comes up a lot in race, for example, like when someone says that they're racially ambiguous, meaning that you don't know exactly what race they're from and things of that nature, or what, But anyways, yeah, that word comes up a lot when dealing with race and things of that nature. Or like when a poet writes something and then there's like lots of ambiguities in the poem, but because the poem can be interpreted so many different ways, but the messages go unclear. And there's this idea or this element of uncertainty that comes with ambiguity because something or someone is not, that someone is not sure as to what this thing is. There really is no clear direction. How can I go and do this if there is no clear plan? If this just is so ambiguous, I don't know exactly what this is. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't even know what to plan for. How can I set motion or how can I move forward when I don't see what the clear thing is? This can go so many different ways, but which way is the right way? And Spirit is saying that this is definitely a time for you to be more open and to allow yourself to flower and just simply I'm hearing to follow the pleasures of life, but at the same time, not with the attitude of overindulgence. And it's super interesting because the first card to come out for you is the King of Pentacles, and the deck that I'm actually working with for you is the Light Seers Tarot, which is interesting because I started off doing the card pull for Aries, and for whatever reason, Spirit said that I was going to end up using this deck in particular, and I was like, not for Aries though, but now I see why. And there is a message in that. The message in that is to allow yourself to tap out of all things that are logic right now and lean more into the intuitive aspect of you. As an earth sign, as your cousin sign here, I'm a Taurus rising, by the way. I feel, oh wow, that's so beautiful. And notice how your cards are coming up face up. They're not coming face down. So this means to me that you are someone that needs a very clear direction, which you can see, which you can calculate, because you need to know what is it that I need to work on? What do I need to do in order to be successful? I need to know. I don't have time for guessing games. And I think that is one of the reasons why Spirit is... See, look how your cards are coming out. Like, I can't even make this up. It's almost kind of like, and it's so funny because when I was doing your reading, I was like, what am I even supposed to say? Like, what am I supposed to do? And Spirit was just like, do what you always do. Just follow your intuition. Like, why, like, don't make it hard. And it's so interesting because I feel that the message for you is that even when things are ambiguous, or even if you are someone who is seen as ambiguous, let there be beauty in that mystery and allow yourself to be guided by nothing but pure intuition. You are someone who has amazing work, like a crazy work ethic. I'm talking one that is just so unmatched that nothing or anyone can ever keep you from doing the things that you know that you need to do, but also nothing and no one will keep you away from the things that you know that you truly do want in life. And I love that for you because that is the same type of energy that you want to meet these ambiguous topics or this ambiguous energy with. I feel that there's something about you where you have this ability to just simply plan and plan and plan and plan and plan to prevent disaster from striking or to try to calculate it. And I feel like for some of you guys, that's where kind of like all of us as earth signs, because I'm an earth sign myself, right? I'm double earth and fire. So me, you, and Virgo, like we all need to have a clear plan because that's our way of being practical. How can we be practical if there is no plan? How do I know what to do if there is no plan? And I feel that for whatever reason, Spirit is saying that I want you to align and connect with the things that allow you to tap into your own inner mystery. I feel like this is definitely a time where you can allow yourself to be guided, even though you are always guiding. It almost kind of feels like Spirit is saying, take a few steps back to allow yourself to be guided. It's so interesting because this was the first card to come face down for you. And this is not something that really is, that is seen as, it's not a normal for you. For whatever reason, I'm seeing the King of Pentacles in my headspace in reverse. And the reason why I feel that Spirit is I'm seeing that is because the King of Swords. I'm seeing the King of Swords in reverse for you. And the reason is because the King of Swords undoubtedly is fixed. And you actually are the fixed sign out of all of us. So you are fixed. I am cardinal because I'm Capricorn. And then Virgo is mutable, right? You are the fixed sign. So you have this unmatched set of stubbornness. As a Taurus rising, I can 100% vouch for you. I feel like Spirit is saying that there is an open-mindedness that needs to happen so that you can see and perceive things from different perspectives. And I think you allowing yourself to be open-minded and tapping into these different layers and elements can help you and set you up for success. I do feel that although there may be some things that you may not be able to see, it's so funny because I said I saw the King of Swords and here's the Queen of Swords in reverse. I do feel that for whatever reason, this is definitely a time for you to allow yourself to lean on this unknowing and allow yourself to be carried by this unknowing. And this is something that is very foreign to you. And immediately the way that I feel is that some of you want to reject this message with a heartbeat. And you're like, nope, clicking out of this. Don't click out yet. Just don't click out yet, please. Like, let's just talk, right? I do feel like this is definitely a situation where you are allowing yourself to not be so hard and cutthroat when it comes to these things. I don't know why I'm seeing you tap more into this more Queen of Pentacles type of energy where you're more nurturing and you allow yourself to just simply be cared for and also nurtured. And also you do the nurturing as well. I do see some of you guys stepping out and really moving into the space of security within yourself, but also within the world. I do feel that there are some investments that you may have been planning on. I do feel that with Uranus getting ready to station direct, I do feel that this is definitely a time where you can start to really plan on the things that... Hang on one second, you guys. I have someone at my door. I'm so sorry about that, you guys. My babe came to the door. My son, my oldest biological son came to the door. Anyway, so basically I do feel that moving on from that, there's that message. There's another message about there's some type of investments that you guys have been looking forward to. And I think that with Uranus stationing direct, this is definitely a time where you can say goodbye to the catastrophe and you can welcome in this newness of investments, but also this newness of security for yourself. I do feel that there are some things where Spirit is saying that during this transit, one of your greatest lessons was you being open-minded and you allowing yourself to tap into these different avenues of security and different ways in which you can tap into this type of wealth, whether it be the health kind of wealth or the wealthy kind of wealth where it's money and assets and things of value and tangible assets and real estate and things like that. I really do feel that spirit is asking you to be flexible, be open-minded, and allow yourself to tap into this different way of thinking. And you allowing yourself to be open to this different way of thinking can actually yield you the most benefits because you're allowing different and multiple sources and multiple flows to come in to help you with these things. And even though you may not see exactly how they're going to play out, that is the reason why these things that seem ambiguous, it's beautiful because it's like, well, you're welcoming in the surprise. And I do feel that this is a time where you're allowing this old way of thinking and these old habits and these old situations to fall through and to break down so that you can then reconstruct and rebuild your way and pave your own path and pave a path that is actually going to lead you to the most wealth. Although the Ten of Pentacles is not here, it's fine. I'm not really worried about it. The Ten of Pentacles energy is present and the King of Pentacles is also here. So I'm hearing the word establishment. It's time to reestablish and reset and revamp some of the things that you had set in motion for you. If something wasn't working, Spirit is saying that it's perfectly fine that it wasn't working because now you can expect this newness to work should you allow yourself to be open-minded to these different things. This, I feel, is it comes with a challenge because how do you allow yourself to change when you've been this way for so long? And I do feel that the card that's coming to me in my mind right now is a Hierophant. And it's interesting because a Hierophant to me, it's all about those. It's about not just like religion and religious establishments and things like that, but it's ritual and keeping up with your spiritual hygiene and your spiritual routine and making those things a priority. And I also do feel that these are also things that are also long lasting so that you can maintain this permanent, long lasting space of peace and spirituality in essence, if that makes sense. So I do feel also another reason why that card is coming through too is because everything that you've picked up along the way along your spiritual journey is here to help you reap the benefits. And as long as you continue to implement that spiritual aspect of yourself, you can always rest assured that you are always going to be healthy, wealthy, whole, divine. And I feel like that's something that Spirit is asking you to remember. Spirit is saying that it's not just about the tangible things that are out there. It's also about what is internal. Some of you guys are in spaces where, or have been in spaces where you felt like the work that you were putting in was not being reflected in your finances. And Spirit is saying that sometimes for some of you, it may take a little bit longer. And the reason for that is because you're not being open-minded and you're not allowing yourself to, for some of you, you're not flowing with these different energies. You're stuck on believing that this is the way, this is the only way that's going to work. When in actuality, just because you haven't tried it yet doesn't mean it won't work. It's just a matter of you allowing yourself to be open and flexible and tap out of the stubbornness and allow yourself to be more so in a space where you're open to trying different things. I don't know why Spirit is telling me to do this, but some of you guys have a tendency to try different foods, yet you won't try different things that may work for you because it's like, this is tried and true, it's trusted. And Spirit is saying this is not the only way. There's multiple ways to skin a watermelon. I didn't want to say cat because it sounds really gruesome, but like, I'm just going to be real. So anyways, I do feel that for you. I do feel that some of you guys are entering into a space where you're stepping more so into alignment. And I do feel that this message really does feel extremely direct. It does feel very straightforward. And I think that it's because this is the language that you're used to speaking, whether likely for some of you, it's you leave no room for error because everything is point blank. Everything is laid on the table. Everything's direct. It's like you see everything. Like you don't leave anything out. There's no truth that you leave out. And I feel like this is the reason why the message is coming across so, this is the reason why it's coming across so direct. Now, in further good news, I do feel like there's something about this reading that makes me feel like you really are in a space where you're about to start tapping into something tangible. I don't know whether it's like a new house or some type of inheritance. I'm hearing the word trust fund. There's some type of financial, I just heard that there's something financial coming in that's going to help you become more well off. And this is a result of what you've been putting in. Even though you may not have seen it now, it doesn't mean that it's not on its way. I'm hearing that right now. You guys may hear noise in my background. Excuse the background noise. I am in a family of 6 now, so 7 including the cat, so yes. Anyways, so basically, I just want to continue saying that now is 100% the time for you to sit down and really ask yourself, what do I want to do? This is bringing me to leisure. This is bringing me to leisure, and you tapping into this Venusian vibes where you're allowing yourself to really kick back, relax, travel. I see some of you got, I just heard the word ayahuasca. I don't know if you guys are going on like a spiritual retreat, but there's something about going on a spiritual retreat and investing in things that are going to bring you closer to yourself spiritually, that are going to help bring you closer to the divine, so that you can further explore who you are and also break down the walls of your own ambiguity. And I feel that now is definitely a time where you can find yourself being in a space of openness and connectedness and interconnectedness. And I really do feel that this feels so good. It feels like some type of retreat where you can be around like trees and mountains, and there's some type of travel that's coming through for you right now. I don't know what it is, but Spirit is saying to get your passport, because there's somewhere that you may want to go. You may want to travel out of the country and be somewhere where you can be in like this really lush land-filled space. Some of you guys, it's more tropical, but I do see it as being somewhere where you can find yourself grounded. I just heard the word focal point. So this brings me to Spirit is saying for you to plan a trip somewhere with a very high level of energy, meditate there, study the land there, and see about getting an astrocartography reading to also see where your next travel should be based off of where you're at in your life. For example, although I moved to Virginia, the stage that I'm at in my life is I'm working more so, and I'm working even more in my apothecary, my creative pursuits, and opening up certain things and things like that I'm not going to talk about right now. And it turned out that Virginia was the best place for me to be. Although there is a lot more to that story than what I'm sharing, I'm using that as an example. You may want to look into getting an astrocartography chart reading if you're looking to move out of state, because Spirit is saying that you want to move somewhere that is going to, where you're going to be able to reap the benefits and the rewards of you putting out the work, if that makes sense. So there is that. I really do feel that now was definitely the time to kind of sit with yourself, reevaluate, and figure out, what do I want to do with my time? You're entering a space where you're actually getting ready to live on your own means and not have to answer to a 9-to-5. You're not going to have to answer to anybody. You're your own boss. If you're not your own boss yet, that's something that you can expect to come in the future, especially after you're in the stations direct. I do feel like there has been a mass upheaval and a disruption of energy, but that's great, because now you can start to rebuild the things that matter to you the most. Again, excuse my background, okay? All right, we're going to go ahead and open up your cards here. Not open up, but wow, freedom. Exactly. You're definitely in a space of freedom. I 100% love that for you. I love freedom for you. That makes me feel really good to hear, actually, to see. Virgo, justice, excuse me. The frog. Cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage. You got the frog. And you got the frog here. You also got the butterfly, which is beauty. I love that. And then you also got protection. Guardians of the land. See? Exactly. Guardians of the land. I really do feel that you're going to be somewhere where you can be grounded. 100%. Okay. Spirit guardian of spring. Activation. Oh, man. And you also got secret spring success. I see that for you. Look, angel of new life. An exciting new chapter in your life is about to unfold. I love it. Angel of clearing. Your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. What did we say? What did we say? What did we say? I do feel 100% that clarity is one thing that is coming through extremely hard right now. And I do feel that this is, as you're entering into a space in your life where there is no more cloudiness, fuzziness, blindness. Everything is laid on the table. Everything is out there in the forefront. At the same time, Spirit is saying that as long as you allow yourself to be in this space of mystery and to welcome in the mystery, the clearer things then become. That sounds kind of ass backwards, but just hear me out. The more you try to look and force for the answer, the harder it is sometimes to find the answer because you're moving with more forceful energy. But if you're allowing yourself to welcome in the mystery, you're allowing things to be what they are. You can take a few steps back. You can pause and you can allow yourself to just simply observe, and then the answers will become clear. That is the reason why sometimes it's, I think that's the reason why the messages are coming through this way. And it's interesting because I really do feel that. Remember when I said earlier something about you going to travel to these different spaces with like a high level of energy? The reason for that, and you meditating, the reason for that is because by doing so, you activate something within yourself. And even if you can't afford to go out into like another country or excuse me, like another state or anything like that, I do feel that I don't know why I'm being drawn to the center point of gravity. It's like you allowing yourself to be at home in your own body to activate these energies that are trying to come out within yourself. That is also going to attract the things that you do want the most. I do feel that you leaning inwards is what's going to help you tap into this tangible, this tangible essence of your wealth. I do feel also that there's some cleaning that needs to be done. There's some decluttering and things like that, because whatever it is that you are, I just heard reorganizing and revamping. So this is you taking a moment to kind of look into your beauty, your aesthetics, and change some things up. Get a new wardrobe, change your wardrobe around, not throw some things away, maybe kind of give some things away, out with the old, in with the new type of vibe. And I just heard that you are reinventing yourself. To allow yourself to reinvent yourself, because you investing in yourself in this way is going to open up doors of opportunity for you. So this has everything to do with changing your style, changing the way that you look, allowing yourself to lean more into your own natural beauty versus, I just heard Botox. So some of you guys are being asked to stay away from the Botox. If you've been looking into getting Botox, that's up to you. That is none of my business. I'm just here to give a message, okay? So no judgment to anyone. There's something very specific about beauty and aesthetics and allowing yourself to show how you feel on the inside. So there's something very specific about that. I do feel that this is definitely a space in your life where you are really allowing yourself to just simply welcome in all the things that you've been missing out on. And I 100% love that for you. The beauty about the frog is that so beautiful they are. They're in rainforests and things of that nature. And there's something very powerful about water and cleansing. And I really do feel that you're in a space where also the more that you go inwards there's this type of emotional release, and you allowing yourself to be in connection and to connect with those that are going to help you tap into your ability to be lighthearted and not weigh down so heavy. So Spirit is asking you to change up your diet a little bit and eat things that are a little bit lighter, because you're already a very grounded individual as it is. Spirit is asking you to eat more foods that are more electric to kind of help uplift you, because to kind of even it out. And when it's time for you to ground yourself, you can ground yourself through things like meditation, yoga, traveling, leisure, and things of that nature to kind of bring you back home into yourself and give you experiences, but not just the tangible aspect, but also the spiritual aspect. One thing about you that I feel goes overlooked a lot is the fact that you're highly intuitive and creative. And I really do feel that Spirit is asking you to express more of that energy with, out in the world, because that is 100% a part of who you are. I do feel that as a result of you letting go, with you taking these spiritual baths and you allowing yourself to do your yoni steams or whatever steams you do, your facial steams or whatnot, your self-care, I do feel that will be reflected in your spiritual practice as well. And your spiritual practice will also be showed in your self-care practice. So I feel that it's vice versa, and I love that for you. One thing that I also will say is that now was 100% the time for you to remember to set your boundaries, because because when you move into this new life, you're going to need your boundaries. Some of you guys are very open and you're very giving, you're very loving without limit, and Spirit is saying that you can love someone and still limit the amount of whatever it is that you give, so that you are not constantly pouring out and pouring out and pouring out. Spirit is asking you to pull back and be a little bit more selfish. For some of you guys, Spirit is saying to be a little bit more selfless to kind of even it out, if that makes sense. Yes, your life is about you, and you are the main star of the show, and when you enter into the dream world, you are amongst other stars as well. So remember that for some of you guys, take it as it resonates. It's not always about you. You may want to think about that. Why, if this resonates, cool, because there's some people that feel like, well, my life was always about other people, so now it's time for it to be about me. I 100% get that, and I'm gonna be honest, there's some of you who it's been about you, and it's always been about you, and you feel that it always will be about you. You may want to check that. If it's not you, it may be someone around you that may need to hear that. Okay? And one last thing that I will 100% say is that I really do sense a fresh start for you. I'm smelling mint and pineapple. I've never had mint and pineapple together. I don't really know how that would taste, but I feel that that is the message coming through for you. Mint, pineapple, and that's all I'm picking up on right now. So I feel that there's like this fresh start, but this really deep, intense sweetness. I really do feel that for you. I 100% love that for you. Like, I really, 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 really do. I also feel that with this Justice card here with Virgo, I don't know why I feel like I want to say, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, there's no need for you to be so hard on yourself if you are. Give yourself a little bit more grace. Allow yourself to just simply love yourself without condition, and really just tap into your ability to pull your energy and your ritual into this sacred space where you can honor yourself, honor your daily ritual and routine, honor who you are, honor your journey, and know that no matter what, that the more that you do that, the more healthy, the more vibrant, the more wealthy you will be ultimately. Okay, thank you so much, Taurus, for listening to this message. If you need anything from me, you guys can visit me online at magicofeden.com. You guys can also hold my hand and walk me home, or walk home with me at magicofeden on Instagram. I really do love and appreciate you guys, and I will see you in my next video.